Hello everyone, I am Ritika Zulgar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in this video we discuss about classification models and linear classifier. So here before starting the classification model, first we discuss learners in the classification problem. So in the classification problem there are two types of learners. The first is a lazy learners and the second one is the eager learners. Okay. So in the lazy learner, firstly, stores the training dataset and wait until it receives the test dataset. So in this lazy learner case, the classification is done on the basis of the most related data stored in the training dataset. So it takes less time in training but more time for the prediction. Okay. So the lazy learner का example है KNN algorithm and case based reasoning. Okay. So second type is the eager learners. So in these learners, these eager learners develops a classification model based on the training dataset before receiving a test dataset. Okay, based on a training dataset before receiving the test dataset. But in the lazy learner is what? Training dataset and wait until it receives the test dataset. Okay, जब तक कि टेस्ट डेटासेट रिसीव नहीं होता तब तक के ट्रेनिंग डेटासेट क्या करेगा? वेट करेगा. सो दिस इज अ लेजी लर्नर. बट इन द ईगर लर्नर्स इज व्हाट? ट्रेनिंग डेटा सेट पहले मॉडल बेस्ड करेगा एंड देन बिफोर रिसीविंग अ टेस्ट डेटा सेट. So opposite to the lazy learner, these eager learners takes more time in learning and less time in the prediction. Learning के लिए वो less time लेगा but learning के लिए ज़्यादा time लेगा but prediction के लिए वो less time लेगा. So example is what? Decision trees, naive biases and artificial neural network. Okay, so these are the two examples of eager learners. What are the examples? Decision tree, naive biases and the artificial neural network. And lazy learners का example कौन सा है? KNN algorithm and the case based reasoning. Okay. So next is the evaluating the classification model. So once our model is completed, it is necessary to evaluate its performance. Either it is the classification or the regression model. Okay. So for evaluating the classification model, we have the different ways. The first way is the log loss or the cross entropy loss. Okay. So here it is used for evaluating the performance of a classifier whose output is probability value between the 0 and 1. For a good binary classification model, the value of log loss should be near to 0. So the value of log loss increases if the predicted value deviates from the actual value. Okay, log value कब increase होगी? Log loss increase कब होगा? जब हमारी predicted value deviates होगी from the actual values. Okay. So the lower log loss represent the higher accuracy of the model. जितना lower log loss होगा उतना वो अपना मॉडल जो होगा वो accuracy ज़्यादा प्रोवाइड करेगा. So for the binary classification, the cost entropy can be calculated as the y log p plus 1 y log 1 into p. Okay, so where y is what our actual output and p is what our predicted output. Okay, so this is the log loss cross entropy log. The second evaluating classification model is the confusion matrix. Okay, so the confusion matrix provides us a matrix table as the output and describe the performance of the model. So it is also known as the error matrix. Confusion matrix is also called as the error matrix. It will provide us the matrix as the output and describe the performance of the model. Based on the matrix, the confusion matrix provides the performance of the model. So the matrix consists of prediction results in the summarized form, which has the total number of correct predictions and the incorrect predictions. Okay. So the matrix look like as below diagram. So here we have a predicted positive, predicted negative. Here we have actual positive and actual negative. So here in this matrix form we get the true positive, false positive. Okay, because the actual negative is what, false value, and predicted positive is what, positive value. And here we have a positive, false negative, and the true negative. Okay, T, P, F, P, F, N, and T, N. Okay, so here, as I said here, in the confusion matrix, we are predicting the model, or predicting the model based on the matrix form. Okay, so here first find out the accuracy. How to find out the accuracy? So accuracy is the ratio of correctly predicted observation to the total observation. So correctly predicted observations कौन से हैं इसमें? TP means true positive, and TN means true negative. So these are the correctly predicted observations. False positive और false negative ये correctly predicted नहीं है. True positive and true negative are the two correctly predicted observations to the total observation. Total observations means what? Our total population. Okay. So accuracy is the ratio of correctly predicted observations to the total observation. So true positive क्या है इसमें? The number of correct predictions that the occurrence is a positive, and true negative means what? The number of correct predictions that the occurrence is a negative. Okay. So here in this confusion matrix, it is a n by n matrix. It is used for evaluating the performance of the classification model. Okay, so यहाँ पे n number of matrices we can generate here. Okay, so this is called as the n by n matrix. It is used for evaluating the classification model. So where n is what? Our number of target classes. जितने भी target classes होंगे ये क्या होंगे? हमारे n number of classes होंगे. So the matrix compares the actual target values with those predicted by the machine learning models. So this gives us the holistic view of how well our classification model is performing and what kind of error it is making. Okay. So for the binary classification problem, अगर हमारे पास binary classification type का problem है, so we have only 2 by 2 matrix format. Okay, see here we have a 2 by 2 matrix format. Okay, with the 4 values TP, FT, FP, FN, and TN. So let us describe this matrix. The target variable has two values. जितने भी target variables होंगे उसके values क्या होंगे? एक तो positive value हो सकती है या फिर negative value हो सकती है. Okay. So here the column represent the actual values. Okay, for the target variable. Actual values for positive target variable and actual values for the negative target variables. Okay, and the row represent the predicted values for the target variable, predicted values for the positive variables and predicted values for the negative variables. Okay, so this is the representation of this matrix. So but wait here, so what is the TP, FP, FN and TN? That's the crucial part of confusion matrix. Okay, so let us understand each term here. So here what is the true positive? That is TP. The predicted value matches the actual value. Okay, so the actual value was the positive and the model predicted a positive value. What is the true negative? That is TN values. So true negative value, or so here it will predict the value matches the actual value. Okay. So the actual values was negative and the model predicted as a negative value. The next is a false positive. Okay, so this is also called as a type 1 error. So the predicted value was falsely predicted. Okay, false means what? True means what? Our predicted value matches the actual value. But the false positive means what? Our predicted value was falsely predicted. So here the actual value was negative, but the model predicted a positive value. And the last is a false negative, that is FN type. That is the type 2 error. So here the predicted value was also falsely predicted and the actual value was positive, but the model predicted a negative value. Okay, so this is also called as a type 2 error. Okay, so this is the format of this confusion matrix. So next is let me give you one example to better understand this. Suppose we had a classification data set with 1,000 data points. So we fit a classifier on it and get the below confusion matrix. So here in this model we have the 560, that is TP, then FP is what 60, then FN is what 50 and TN is what 330. Okay, so there are different values of this confusion matrix. So TP is what over 560, meaning 560 positive class data points were correctly classified by the model. Next is a true negative, that is Tn, having the value 330. Okay, that is Tn over here. 330 is what? The meaning the 330 negative class data points were correctly classified by the model. The next is what? Fp. Okay, next is what? Fp, that is value is 60. Meaning 60 negative class data points were incorrectly classified as belonging to the positive class by the model. And the last is what? The false negative. False negative means value is what? 50. The meaning 50 positive class data points were incorrectly classified as belonging to the negative class by the model. Okay. So this turned out to be a pretty decent classifier for our dataset considering the relatively large number of true positive and true negative values. True positive large कितना है यहाँ पे 560 and TN कितना है true negative 330. So here we get the large number of true positive and the true negative value. So by using this we can also find out the accuracy TP plus TN divided by total population. So here we get the proper accuracy. Okay. So this is the second type of evaluation of classification model. The third point is the AUC ROC curve. So ROC curve means what? It stands for receiver operating characteristics curve and AUC stands for area under the curve. So it is a graph that shows the performance of the classification model at a different thresholds. Okay. So to visualize the performance of the multi-class classification model, we use the AOC ROC curve. Okay. So the ROC curve is plotted with a TPR and FPR. ROC curve is plotted with the TPR and FPR. TPR means what? True positive ROC curve and false positive ROC curve. Where true positive rate and on y-axis is what? False positive rate. Okay. So here in the x-axis we have the false positive rate FPR and in the y-axis we have the true positive rate, that is the TPR on the y-axis. Okay. So here we showing the ROC curve. So receiver operating characteristics or the ROC curve is used for visual comparison of the classification model, which shows the relationship between the true positive rate and the false positive rate. So the area under the curve is the measure of the accuracy of the मॉडल. ओके, जो भी एरर एरिया होगा यहाँ पे वो क्या दिखाएगा हमें? एक्यूरेसी ऑफ द मॉडल. ओके, सो दिस इज अ रैंडम क्लासिफायर. क्लियर? So here, if we are using some algorithms there for the performance model, so there are different steps are present. Read the data, create the dependent and independent data set based on the dependent and independent feature, then split the data into the training and testing set, and then train the model using the different algorithm like KNN, decision tree, SVM. Okay. So here in this we can explore the algorithms in the binary classification, like evaluate the classifier first and choose the classifier with the most accuracy. Okay. So here in this AOC ROC curve, based on this true positive rate and false positive rate, so we can find out the accuracy of the given model. Okay. So this is the evaluating the classification model. First is the log loss and cross entropy loss. The second is the confusion matrix, and third point is the AOC ROC curve. So what is the goal of the classifier? So we have the successfully visualized the training set result for the logistic regression, and our goal for the classification is to divide the users who purchase the if you are dividing the users who purchased the SUV car and who did not purchase the car. Okay, so from the output graph we can clearly see that the two regions, purple and green, with the observation point. Okay, see here. So here we have purple and green. So with the observation point, the purple region is for those users who did not buy the car, and the green region is the for those users who purchase the car. ओके जितने नंबर ऑफ परचेस किए हैं वो ग्रीन ग्राफ में शो किया है, जिन्होंने कार को परचेस नहीं किया है, बाय नहीं किया है, वो हमने पर्पल में शो किया है. ओके. So goal of the classifier is what? We have a successful visualize the training set result for the logistic regression, and our goal is what? The classification is divided into the users who purchase the SUV car. ओके. सो जो ग्रीन में है उसने कार को परचेस किया है, जो पर्पल में है उसने कार को परचेस नहीं किया है. सो ये आरओसी कर्व में कौन सा यूज किया है? रिग्रेशन टेक्निक, लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन कर्व दिखा रहा है ये. ओके, ये लॉजिस्टिक रिग्रेशन कर्व है. ओके. Next is the linear classifier. Okay, so as we can see from this graph, the classifier is a straight line or a linear in nature. Okay, so as we have used the linear model for the logistic regression, in this we are using the non-linear classifier. Okay, so in previous lecture we discussed the linear regression where we get the straight line. Okay, but here in the classification model, if you are getting the graph like this, okay, like this S curve, okay, like this, so we can call it as a logistic regression. Okay, so so this type of data we have a non-linear classifier. Okay, जो भी linear type के है वो क्या है, हमारे straight line show करता है. जो logistic regression या फिर इस type के curves हमें show करते हैं वो क्या, कौन से type का regression है? Non-linear type का regression, that is non-linear classifier. Okay. So next is a linear classifier. Linear classifier classifies data into the labels based on the linear combinations of the input features. Therefore, these classifiers separate data using a line or a plane or a hyperplane. So they can only be used to classify data linearly separable. So they can be modified to classify non-linearly separable data. Okay. So here there are three major algorithms in linear binary classification: classify, evaluation, holdout method, and the third point is a cross validation. So first is what? The classifier evaluation. So the most important part after the completion of any classifier is the evaluation to check its the accuracy and the efficiency. Okay, so there are lot of way in which we can evaluate the classifier. The second one is a holdout method. Okay, so this is the most common method to evaluate the classifier. So in this method, the given data set is divided into the two parts as a test and a train set. Okay, test set is a 20% and train set as a 80% respectively. So the train set is used to train the data and the unseen test set is used to test its predictive power. Okay, so this is the holdout power. And the third point is what? The cross validation. So overfitting is the most common problem prevalent in most of the machine learning model. Okay, so in the previous lecture or in the previous unit, that is in the unit 2, we already discussed what is mean by overfitting and underfitting in machine learning. Okay, so you can check. Okay, so overfitting is the most common problem prevalent in most of the machine learning models. So k-fold cross validation can be conducted to verify if the model is overfitted at all. Okay, overfitted. So here we have a data. ओके सो उसमें से यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग डेटा है, टेस्ट डेटा है, देन फोल्ड 2 के अंदर यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग है, टेस्ट है, रिमेनिंग ये है, फोल्ड 3 के अंदर ये ट्रेनिंग टेस्ट, ये रिमेनिंग ये ट्रेन है, देन यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग टेस्ट और ये ट्रेनिंग, और फोल्ड 5 के अंदर ये पूरा टेस्टिंग है और यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग है. ओके सो इन दिस मेथड द डेटा सेट इज रैंडमली पार्टीशनिंग इनटू द k mutual exclusion subset. So each of which is the same size. Out of these, one is kept for the testing and other are used to train the model. Okay, so जो डेटा है हमारा हर एक फोल्ड के अंदर सेम ही साइज है, बट उसमें से वो के म्यूचुअल एक्सक्लूजन सबसेट के अंदर डिवाइड किया है. मीन्स इतना का ट्रेनिंग है, सो रिमेनिंग टेस्टिंग होगा, लाइक दिस. ओके, so out of these, one is kept for the testing and other is used to train the model. So the same process takes place for all k folds. Okay, so in the cross validation, it is called as a k mutual exclusion. Means there are number of foldings are present. So here only we get the only 5 number of foldings. Okay, folds are present. So where we have k mutual foldings. Okay, k number of mutual foldings. So the same process takes place for all the k folds, and by using this training testing we get the average, that is called as a final measure of the performance. Okay, so this is the concept of cross validation. So here in this video we discuss about learners, lazy learners, eager learners, evaluating the classification by using the log loss, confusion matrix, and the AUC ROC curve. And the next point is a linear classifier, where we discuss the classifier evaluation, fold out method, and the cross validation. Okay, thank you.